Hello my beautiful butterflies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Beverley and it is so lovely to see you today. In this video we're going to be spending the week together, so grab that cup of tea, let's get to it. So it is Monday the 2nd and I'm going to be vlogging Monday to Saturday most weeks. So settle in for a week together. Today we are going thrifting, as we always do, the first Monday or Tuesday of the month, depending on what's going on. But today's slightly different because we're going to a new town. We're going to Stone in Staffordshire because it's quite close to where we live, and it looks like it's got some really nice charity shops. So I'm quite excited to have an adventure today. But because I'm going on an adventure, I do have some protections. I have this necklace here. Now the great thing about this necklace, my mum bought it for me, and you can open it up and add your own scent to it. What I love to do is add like oils to it for different things. You can buy them on Etsy and places like that. I use one that's called Fiery Wall of Protection, and it is not skin safe. So what's great about necklaces like this is you can open them up and put a little bit of cotton wool in there and some of the oil, and you can get the smell and the protection or the whatever that you want. It could be like an oil for a god or a goddess or something. You can get that sort of protection anyway without it being on your skin, because obviously not all oils are skin safe. So definitely make sure that you double check any oils that you are using are skin safe, because not all things can go on skin. This is not skin safe, so it's great because I can put it in here. Because I haven't been to this town before, or I don't know what the people are going to be like, I always put my highest protections on. So I've got my Fiery Wall of Protection oil on in this necklace and a tourmaline bracelet. Black tourmaline is great for protection. I also wear my favourite colours. It's an autumnal day, clothing that's going to help me feel nice and feel good and have a good mood all day, because that helps repel anything negative as well. Let's get in that car and get going. So we were going to go to Stone, but look at the weather. Oh, so we've decided to head into Rugeley instead, because we don't know how far there is between each shop, and in Rugeley we know how far it is, so we haven't got to worry about it, and we're less likely to get wet. That is the thinking behind it. So let's head back into Rugeley and be a bit sensible. Well, we've had a lovely time as always in the town, and we got some good deals.
We did
indeed, but we're both absolutely exhausted, can you tell? So we're going to go home, put our pyjamas on and chill. I think that is
Yes, that's the
plan.
order of the day now.
Exactly. And don't forget, if you want to see what we thrifted, you can check out the video. I will link it down below, as it will already be out by the time you see this. Let's get trucking and get home.
Let's get out of here.
Meow. Hello, babies! What you bought me next? What you bought me? Oh, doggy man! Oh, hello, baby! Hello! Are you going to go mental? Are you going mental? I can't get a picture of Dexter. He's moving around too much. Dexter! Dexy! No, he just wants you, Lee. Don't walk away. Give him a look.
Come here, mate.
He's bought a chocolate bar. Chocolate bar toy. He's like, don't have it. You can't have it. Little dogs. Happy we're home. Happy Tuesday, my darlings. I hope you're all doing well. I thought today I would talk a little bit about daily witchcraft practice, because it is not this big, huge, full of spells kind of thing. For me at least. I am a witch with a lot of fatigue issues. That's probably why you're here, because you're also a disabled witch, or you are just disabled and you want to see what life is like for a disabled witch. But for me, it's something that I have to be really, really careful about. And I think too often we feel like we should be doing these magnificent spells every day, but that is not normal. Most witches do very specific things on a day-to-day practice, and most of it is spent just keeping up with relationships with the spirits that we work with. That for me is where it all begins each day, is replenishing my offerings. I usually just give water. Occasionally I'll give coffee. So the last time I gave an offering was on Saturday, I think, and I gave everybody coffee. There was no particular reason. I didn't want anything in return. It was just, here's some coffee. But if you are asking for help for a spell or something, giving coffee or red wine is a really good offering. I don't tend to give a lot of food as offerings, just because I don't like the mold issue, and I don't like watching things like fruit and things like rot away. It is whatever feels comfortable to you. I don't personally enjoy that, so I don't do it. I just give water most days, and I light my candle. I dress and make my candles myself. Well, I don't make the candle. I buy the candle from Amazon, and then I just dress it with a herb thing and some oil, and there you go. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, and everybody seems to like their candles. But my daily practice usually starts with replenishing water. I usually change it once or twice a week. Then I will light some incense. Now, incense is really big in witchcraft, and for me, I am all about what my incense means. To me, I use sandalwood because Archangel Michael, he works with sandalwood, and I love the smell. So I use sandalwood cones, and I also use rosemary joss sticks. Rosemary because it's very protective. It has a lot of protective qualities, and also it's very English. It just feels very English to me, and I'm an English witch. So I like to incorporate rosemary as well, just to like clear it out and leave protective energy behind. I think that's a really good thing to do. The next thing I do is I read from a book to everybody, and I read from this, Daily Magic by Judica Isles, and then I will pull some cards with my spirits. They each have a pack of oracle cards that sit in my desk here, and I'll just pull a card from each of them, and it's really nice to just get a message, and then I spend some time just just journaling about my thoughts or the messages that have come through. This sometimes can turn into kind of an automatic writing, which is where you kind of go into a trance and you're just writing really quickly, because it's not you writing, it's the spirit giving you messages. So it can sometimes turn into that. Not all the time, but sometimes. Next up is my angel book. Yeah, this book was bought for me by my husband. It's an angel book, and I've turned it into my manifestation diary. So I just kind of write out things that I want to manifest, or I sometimes make up a little poem. So I just really love having a space to share my thoughts and the things that I want to bring into my life, the thoughts that I want to happen, and scribing them down is really important. I write it as if it's a diary entry for that day, like it's happened, and I really love it. It's an amazing thing. I'm big on manifestation, and so is my husband. I really enjoy it. So that is something that I love to do, and that's basically my daily practice here. But then I'll grab my iPad, because then it's time to pick a meditation. I love meditating. I use Insight Timer. I love Insight Timer. It's so good. It's free, although there is a paid version. You get most things for free. So I'm going to pick out a meditation, and let's meditate.
And thank them for whatever purpose they serve.
Now, this little dog here is not allowed on that bed, because that is Dexter's bed. But it looks like he's created a little barrier so his brother can't get on his bed. Oh, Twig. What are you like? Well, it's evening now and I'm about to get into bed. But I just wanted to come and talk about today, because it's not been an easy one. I woke up pretty early. I felt okay. I felt okay, and it was one of those days where I was like, oh, I'm going to have a good day. So I had a wash, I did my hair, I put on a pretty dress, and I was good to go. Wednesday is always a very busy day for me. I get a blog post written and edited and up, and I try my very best to edit my video for Friday, and that did not happen. I got my blog post written out. I spent the whole morning writing it. Writing a blog post for me takes a couple of hours, like 2 or 3 hours worth of work. And it's not, it's not like the most researched or the longest blog post I've ever read. It's just that it takes me that long because of fogginess. I have to think of words. I have to keep saying, Mom, what's the word for this? But I can't think of the word. So I'm often searching for the right word. There's a lot of little things like that was really frustrating. And then I had my lunch. I just had Philadelphia and cucumber sandwich and some crisps. And then I was like, right, now I'm going to go in the garage and I'm going to edit my video. And that did not happen. What actually happened was I started to feel really, really ill, and my fatigue just flared through the roof. And I'd obviously done too much screen time or done too much thinking. So my husband helped me upstairs. He helped me get out of my clothes and into my pyjamas, set me up on the bed. I watched 2 episodes of Gilmore Girls and then fell asleep, and woke up about 3 hours later to my husband saying, dinner's ready, do you want to come downstairs? These things happen, and it can be frustrating, when you want to do something and you end up not being able to do it. And that happens a lot with chronic illness. You have a plan, you have a thing in your head, a checklist of things that you want to do, and it's not possible to do them. But I think it's important to remember that we can only do our best. We have to be kind to ourselves, because society in general is not kind to us. So I think it's really important to remember that and to hold that close, because being kind to ourselves is so important. So I do definitely want to say to you, if you're suffering with chronic illnesses or disabilities that hold you back, it's frustrating, but it's not your fault. And I think that is important to hold in your heart. Anyway, it's about 8:10, something like that, at night, and I'm ready to get into bed. I need to set up my mum's bed because I don't know if she's coming up to bed or not tonight. But I'm going to set it up just so it's ready for her. And I'm going to have a wash, clean my teeth and get into bed. That's my plan. That's the whole thing in a nutshell. I really hope that you're enjoying this new format and this new way of doing vlogs. I'm enjoying this a lot so far. But if you're just here liking, subscribing and all that bollocks, it means the world to me, and I love you all. Whether you're new or old to the channel, and whether you're a Patreon, whether you give to me on Ko-fi, whatever it is, I love you and I'm very grateful for you. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow for me, or in a second for you. Tatty bye for now. Hello my loves, happy Thursday. I've just got out the shower, so I'm just having to sit down and a rest for a minute. I've been watching Gilmore Girls. It is definitely Gilmore Girls season. I'm loving September so far. My mental health, which has been in the tank all through the summer, as always. I'm feeling better. I'm feeling more me, and I'm really excited because it makes me want to create and do things, and that's really cool. So I'm just gonna have a sit down and watch the end of this episode, and then I'm gonna probably have a cup of tea with my mum and sit down for a little bit. I need to have some time at my altar, and then this afternoon is just going to be editing. I need to get my video edited and ready to go for tomorrow. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of editing. It's the part of being a YouTuber that I like the least. I'm looking forward to one day being a much bigger YouTuber and I can afford to pay someone to do my editing for me. That would be amazing. But for now, I do it myself. So that'll be a couple of hours this afternoon. I'm already feeling tired. I didn't sleep very well. I usually don't after an epic nap, which I had yesterday. So we're just going to do our best. That's all. That's all we can do. But I'm hoping to get it done. And then a lovely evening this evening. Probably going to do some exercise if I can, hopefully. My fatigue's been bad, so exercising's been really hard. But I'm hopeful. You know, I'm always hopeful. So that's my plan for the day today. I hope your fatigue is not flaring, that you're not in pain today. But if you are, I hope tomorrow is better. Calm down.
Psycho.
Absolute nutcase. Oi!
Oi.
No bark.
Stop it.
No bark. You are such a nutter. Oi!
Mr. Gizmo wasn't like this.
Good boy! No. Good boy for a second. Oh, the joys of puppydom. Yes. Mental. And just like that, the week is done. It is evening time on Friday and I am not feeling good at all. I'm really not feeling well. I've got a little dozy dog next to me. Let me see if I can show you him. There he is. Little Twig having a little doze. He loves bed, just like Gizmo. I started out the day not feeling well at all. I felt really, really tired. So I stayed in bed most of the morning and then I got up, had a wash, got dressed and I started feeling okay-ish. Okay-ish. You know that feeling where you're like, I have a short window. I must grab it by the balls. And so I went out and we took the boys for a little walk. I hope he calms down as he gets older, but at the moment he's a bit of a nutter. Is not at all like Gizmo, but they all have their own unique personalities. That's the word. He's a lovely, loving little boy, but he's also got this real crazy side to him. But we'll all get to watch him grow up together, won't we? And I hope you enjoyed this first of our weekly vlogs. Let me know down below what you think. I'm excited and I'm going to be recording Monday to Friday. I will change that if it's like, say I go away for the weekend, I might change it and do a Saturday. Oh. But mostly it'll be Monday to Friday, so I get the weekend off to rest. And I need it because today I was not feeling well. And I don't look well now. I look really, really tired. I've got a headache. So, yeah, in the middle of the day, I managed to go out for a walk with the dogs. He's eating me now, as always. And I had some time at my altar, just doing the same as I did on Monday. The meditation was lovely. It was a really nice one. But then as the evening progressed, I started feeling more and more ill. But there you go. That is life with chronic illness, is it not, son? I just really, really hope that you've enjoyed this vlog. I'm really excited. I think most of you are excited for the weekly disabled witch vlogs, and I'm really excited to share my life and how I'm progressing and what's happening. A lot of things didn't happen this week that I hoped would, like I haven't even been able to read, that my fatigue and everything's been such that I've really struggled. Here's my little friend, my little puppy dog. But that's life with chronic illness, and you just have to kind of go with the flow. And I think many of you who are disabled kind of go with the flow as well. There's a lot of things that I want to learn this year and I want to do in the second half of this year. So we'll see how that all pans out. If you'd like me to do a video just about the things that I'm hoping to learn and hoping to get into, I can do that. Let me know in a comment before this little dog chews off my finger. Don't forget to leave this video a cheeky like and a comment down below if you've enjoyed it. That way I will know and the YouTubiverse will know that you liked it, and it will get spread out just that little bit more. It's just like Gizmo, isn't he? He's like, come on, Mom, get into bed now. While you're down there, don't forget, if you are new here, click that subscribe button. Ring that little bell so you always know when I upload. I'm usually here Mondays and Fridays, but it all just depends on how my health is. I try and be here every week, at least once a week with you. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful, magical week, and I will see you in my next video. Say goodbye, Twig. Sorry, he can be a bit rude sometimes.